Alrighty, we have a light switch here we have to redo. They did a very poor job hooking it up. And I just bought this tool caddy at Harbor Freight, and you can put all your tools, and this way you can see where everything all is, so you don't have to keep looking for tools all the time. So this switch is hooked up incorrectly, and they did a very poor job. The switch is broken on the side here. Well, they did a decent job hooking it up, but it is broken on the side, so we're going to unscrew our screws here. So they did a decent job hooking this up, so we'll open our loop here. I'll show you what's broken on this switch here in a bit. The plastic is missing from here to here. So they bonded it to the box right here, but this screw just doesn't really bite into anything here, so we're going to take it out. And hopefully it'll be long enough. There's not any raised screw to put a green screw in this box, so we'll try to put it over a screw in here. We have a nice long screw here with a big head. We'll put our Phillips bit in here. And we'll see if we can get it to go into this right here. Hey, it's going to fit in there nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this spare ground wire and we'll wrap it around this screw because it does have a nice big head on it. And I'll show you something else we have to do. We have to remark this white wire live. So we're going to get our ground wire down here around this screw. I tried putting a green screw in there and it won't fit. But this is a nice Got a nice tight fit there, and we got a couple sheetrock screws here, so we can put a couple screws into our box to do a little extra support here. See, I'll get this one nice, and that one's in there tight. Where's our other screw we just took out? It's right here. We'll stick this one up down here. Oh, that's a flathead. That's not going to do me any good. Let's see if it bites. Just barely. We'll try to get another one up here. Let's see if we have another screw. If we do, we do. If we don't, we don't. And I guess we don't. But we're not going to get all of that and bent out of shape over it. Those two screws will hold it. It'd be just nice to have one on the bottom. Okay, so we have our, we're going to tighten that this screw here by hand so we don't strip the hole out. Okay, it's nice and tight by hand. Now we'll bring our wire down to go onto our green screw on the switch. Just make sure this one's nice and tight here. Okay, I do see a screw here in the wall we'll take out. Alrighty, I did find another screw we can put down here. We'll put it right here. There, we hit something nice and solid. So we have our black. Now this white is live because it's bringing power down to the switch so that the black is live up at the light. So we have to remark it with red tape just to let people know that it's live. Okay, so we have it remarked. Now we can put our box back on here. Here in the country I was born in, we use 14 American wire gauge on 15 amps, 12 American wire gauge on 20 amps. Black is live, white is neutral, the bare or the green is the ground. Red and blue are also live colors. However, you may find white live in a 110, 120 volt switch loop like we have here, or in a 220, 240 volt circuit where the appliance does not require a neutral. And that's for all amperage rating circuits. So we're making sure our device is in the track. The box is in the track all the way. And now we'll hook our wires back up onto our light switch. You always put your wires around the screws, the direction the screw turns. Close the loop. Like that. Make sure it's nice and tight and our copper is under the screw head all the way. Open this loop up a little bit so we can get it around our screw. You always go the direction your screw turns. When you close your tighten the screw, it closes the loop rather than opens the loop. Make sure it's tight. And now we'll put our ground wire around our green screw here, because you have to ground to your box and to your device. So we're going to make our loop the direction our screw turns here. Tighten our screw. Okay, we'll get our copper under the screw head all the way around the way we want it. So now we can put our device into the box. So we'll fold our wires. They don't force against anything we don't want them to force against. And keep our ground wire over here to our side so it doesn't touch any of our terminals we don't want it to touch. Okay. Okay, so now we'll just look, make sure our screws aren't going to hit and puncture any wires here. Now make sure it's centered on our box here. And after they get done painting, we'll put a new matching cover on here. Make sure it's nice and tight. It's straight and centered on our box, and our screws are not hitting any of the wires, and our ground wire is away from everything. It's not in the way near the terminals. And we'll just put this cover on for right now, and when they repaint, we'll put a brand new, nice new ivory cover on here. I'm doing this wiring for a landlord that has a very good reputation around town. He's known for taking good care of his apartments and taking good care of all of his tenants, so I enjoy helping him out and making some YouTube videos. Alrighty, so that is how to replace a damaged or broken light switch here in the country I was born in, and also remark the white wire since it's wired after the light, because the power goes to the light first and comes down to the switch with two wires. Peace. Thanks for watching.